Hey, we're live. All right, what am I doing? What am I doing? We're going cloud.linode.com. I'm gonna do my login over here. All right, let's log in there. Let's create a new Linode. That should be fine. Let's put it close. US West. All right, so I want to learn how to deploy maybe we'll see this. Deploy it on production, sure. Okay, so introduction, we shall deploy. Perfect. Hugging Face, create, initialize a virtual environment as below. All right. Doesn't say how much I need. So that's it. This is garbage. Code Labs. Okay, Code Labs. I see. That's not gonna work for me. Okay. Transformers in production. Okay. Let's see. So it's that. Access the. Website. Can I change the title on my thing? Let's go. YouTube Studio. Okay. whatever. We're building cool stuff. Okay, so yeah, what's up, B1? Yeah, I don't know. I'm on some lo-fi hits today. How you doing, man? It's been a minute. Trying to get Fimian on here for some Tailwind discussion. Happy Friday to you too. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out, I don't know, I've been doing some, oh, by the way, I got a new camera. Check this out. You ready? You ready for this? Check this out. What's up? Pretty cool, right? Now I need to look and see where I'm at with this thing. Where is it? Over here? Okay, cool. Now let's up. Okay, how about you stop right there? And then we're gonna do this, and I wanna, what? Not too far, too far. There you go. That's good. Thank you. Got my own little cameraman or camera person. I don't know. The quality's not as good, but it's a lot easier to integrate. Like I only need to plug in one thing, because before I was doing like a Sony mirrorless camera, like a nice one, but that thing would overheat and stuff. You remember how like my camera would just like turn off every once in a while? Can't live like that. Anyway, yeah, I've been working on, let me show you what I've been working on actually, because it's pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of it. Let's see, I'll bring this guy over. I guess we can probably, what? I can't zoom in with this? All right, no, forget that. Not worth it. Here we go. All right, there we go. Nope. Check this out. This is really fun. You're gonna love this. So you're gonna love this. It's got a, oh shit, that's not it. Here we go. There's a couple things I think you might like about this actually. Let's start with some CSS stuff, because that'll be a little bit more practical. So I am, can bring this over. Here's the project. I have a single CSS file that I'm going to be using. Oh shit, did I just activate something on my, yeah I did, god damn it. Is it doing the thing? Ah, you stupid freaking thing. It's a cool camera, but it does this thing where it's just like, no. Ah! It's so annoying. Come up. Up. Thank you. All right, that's pretty good. Let's bring it over this way and stop. Thank you. Really annoying. It's very sensitive with the hand gesture. Anyway. So yeah, dude, mind of its own. I think maybe I should turn that off. I don't know. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I've got this. I basically want to make it easier on all of my projects to have some sort of coherent style and have this like a single design. And I had something going that was like a starter CSS file that was like a reset and do a little bit and try to be unopinionated, but it was a little bit too unopinionated. So now I'm going opinions. So I got Tailwind going. It's not necessary. That's not the part I really want to show off. The part I really want to show off is some of this. So I'm approaching variables with one. I only use named named colors. If you want what I think is a good, albeit totally biased, but what I think is a good resource for CSS named colors, here you go. I finally put something together because I was tired of not having something. So all of the CSS named colors organized by shades or hues, I guess. That's pretty handy or helpful, so you can look at it all. And then all of my favorite ones. So this is, again, is something a little bit more for me, but maybe makes it easier for other people. There's a lot of bright and bold stuff in there. Kind of a sucker for those. Then I've got some color palettes. This I think is pretty handy. again, maybe particularly for me, but some colors that go well together for, you know, certain vibes: bold, pastel, little neon. The purple one, this is actually the one that I pretty much go for. And then a little synthwave one, that one looks fun. And then some other interesting things and funny stuff. But anyway, so with the colors, I decided all of my own little personal projects, I'm only going to use named colors because it's kind of quirky and it also makes the decision process a little easy. See, blue violet is on there. Let's go. What up, blue violet? Not on my list of colors that I'm using anyway. But yeah, then the process here is I feel like it makes sense to start with like some named colors or colors that represent variable names that represent the colors that they are, right? So red, green, purple, yellow, gray, whatever. And then there's some utility ones to make it like, sometimes I just want to use like a dark or a light, and that may be, that actually may be, yeah, they're not assigned to anything else, but whatever, like a light color and a dark color. And that's helpful for when you have like, when you need like high contrast or like what's the background, what's the, yes, contextual tokens. Thank you. And then we get into some semantic things. So if I want, because this is the thing is like, there was some discussion around colors on whether you should use colors that represent the name. I forget what that is. Maybe contextual tokens versus semantic. Like you should use something that represents the color, like brand 1 or brand 2 or whatever, because you know brand 1 and brand 2 might change from green to purple one day or something. So anyway, I just figure it's actually a good idea to do both. Select some names for when you actually like, I want a red here, I want a green here, I want a yellow here, and then assign the semantic colors based on what they represent. So I need a warning color, I need a highlight color, I need a success color, right? And then one other little thing that I picked up that I'm testing out is this concept of pen and paper. And this is the idea of pen is the text color and paper is the background color. So it kind of makes it a little bit, I don't know if I love the naming, but the idea is that it makes it a little bit more clear on what's what instead of like color and BG or something. So anyway, there's that. There's some stuff with, yeah, it's working out for me so far. Because then, you know, most of the time I want to do like highlight, pen, paper, error, success. But then every once in a while it's like, no, this just needs to be yellow. And I'll have my brand yellow color, right? So anyway, then we do some prefers color scheme, and then we get into something that's really pretty cool in my opinion. This body stuff going on here. I basically assign a background color, and then I do this inline SVG. And the reason why I do this, I think, well, there's. Yeah, no, this would work with a like a link to an SVG. So an SVG image might be better for performance because it can be cached, because I'm using kind of a large SVG here. But the reason I do this is actually because this file eventually is just going to live on GitHub somewhere. So I can go like GitHub, Austin Gill, utils. It's going to live in my CSS. It's going to live in theme. And so I have all of this stuff here so that then I can just link to like the raw git CDN thing directly in any project. And then I don't got to worry about it. Oh yeah, root CSS would get cached too. That is true. That's a good point. That's a good point. I still think that there's reasons when inline SVGs don't make sense, but maybe in this case it does. But anyway, the reason why I like it in this case is because then I can just copy and paste this to any project, and I don't have to worry about where that SVG exists. It's just ready to go. So I don't have to deal with like, oh, let me add the link to the SVG and then I have to copy the SVG along with this CSS file. Especially for side projects like this is an affordance I can make for developer experience that doesn't have a very big trade-off. Now, the cool thing about this SVG is, check this out. Inside of this SVG code, there is a style block, and it's got to be URL encoded, but I basically target all of the elements in the style block. I give them, let's see, path, circle, fill. Okay, yeah, path and circle is going to get the fill property of white. So all the SVG colors, all those SVGs are going to be white, and you can see them there in the background, the square, the squiggles, the little swirl or whatever. And you say, wait, why aren't they white? And the reason is because I actually drop in a media query in the SVG code, because technically SVG is its own document, it's its own XML document. So it won't inherit the CSS from the HTML CSS rules. So we put in a style tag, we check prefers color scheme dark, and then we do the same stuff, change the fill color to dark slate blue. So that way, when I'm on a dark mode, I get this. Dark mode is like, hey, background is blue, the little fill SVG is like a light purple. And then when we do prefers color scheme white or light, we get a nice lavender background with white, basically the default color. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, having no asset is a nice trade-off. Yeah, exactly. Right? You know, the cool thing, one thing I like about you is you recognize my brilliance. No, kidding. I did mess something up there though. See this? This is dark slate blue, and that's supposed to be, I changed this color. Is that? Oh no, I guess it is right. That's correct. Okay. Cool. That is another thing that was cool. Anything else in here particularly fun? Yeah. Fill equals var color and falls back to current color. I like that. That is cool, because then if color is not defined, you just use current color. I like that. I don't know if that's necessary though, because but here's the thing. If the default is to, this assumes that the default is just using current color, right? And then in special occasions where you want to modify the color, you would then do, well, here, let's see. Let's go here. You do something like this, right? You do something like, here we go. SVG, and then whatever, whatever, right? The contents. So then you're like, hey, this thing by default is going to be fill of current color. But then if I want to change the color just for this SVG, you're going to do something like style equals -- color red, right? And then that's going to change the fill color to red. Problem I have with this is really not much difference than, right? Because now if it's going to fall back to current color anyway, and you assign the current color to red, then you don't really get a whole lot of benefit from having that. I mean, it's really splitting hairs because the cost of doing it your way is a couple extra bytes to do the var -- color. But I don't know. Does it really, I don't know. I don't, unless I'm missing something here. I guess, no, yeah. No, I don't know. Oh, it looks like I got booted from chat and came back. Anyway, some thoughts. Not trying to poo your idea or whatever, but maybe just responding to it, hopefully in a respectful, productive way. We can all do different things, right? All right. What else was I going to show? Oh yeah, with the fill, you also want to do the stroke. It's a good idea. The other thing... All right, cool. Hey man, there's nothing wrong with being overly or extra careful with being nice, right? All right, let me show you what the project has going on because this is really cool. I have this thing, AI of the Tiger. It's an AI tool to help determine who would win in a fight. I know you saw me building some of this for a while. Let me show you where we are. We have this random fight generator that's got this whole long list of different contestants. So mythological, cryptid, some fantasy things, sci-fi. I'm avoiding any brand-related things or people or creatures or whatever. But, you know, otherwise you get the idea. Pirate, ninja, why not? Animals. The animals, I figure, are a little bit of a disadvantage, so I give them a little bit of a modifier by making them rabid or angry or a raccoon with a knife. Right, and then where are we gonna land on one? Let's get a good one. Unless you have a suggestion, doesn't have to come from the list, but yeah, if you want to throw something funny in here. Did I spell Komodo? Oh, I guess that should be capitalized. Maybe. If you got a funny one, let me know. So on the fence with their opinion on just use rem and always think about how you change. Okay. Yeah, I mean, just use rem is more of a guideline than it is a hard fast rule. It's like use that as a guideline and then but still think about it in scenarios where you might need pixels or other units, right? So let's see. I'm gonna try and get a good fight. Loch Ness Monster versus Mothman, Pirate, Hercules, a centaur, and a unicorn. All right, we're gonna go with this one, right? So then I say, hey, all right, tell me this. And the centaur has the advantage of having both strength and speed of an equine combined with the intellect and weapon wielding capability of a human. Blah, 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 blah. Centaur wins, right? You see did you see the little explosion of confetti? That's pretty fun. Now we get this explanation and notice how even my highlighting color is on brand with the purple. Extra little touch. So then we say, all right, cool. Show me what you got. And then I'm using this dialogue element, which I didn't like at first, but it is actually pretty nice. All right, so here we have two unicorns just fighting each other. That was a pretty lame one. That's a pretty lame one, OpenAI. But it's AI generated images too, so it's kind of cool. And it's whatever. I think this AI thing has a problem because it kind of weights like WEIGHT, or it weighs things later on in the prompt more highly. So I'm like, this is literally me asking it, hey, show me a picture of a centaur fighting a unicorn. And it's just like two unicorns fighting. All right, so then we look at, yeah, we got the prompt stuff. We actually do some streaming. And then we've got the image generation. And then the image, yeah, it's cool. It's fun. It's not terrible. It's okay. I wish it was a little bit better. Then we've got this image generation thing, and I've got this other list, super long list of all of these like modifiers you can apply to the images. So right now I'm using cinematic, high resolution, and epic. I can't really think of I don't really know of a better way. I mean, you could do an object and do like, oh, don't you tell me, oh, you freaking son of a gun. Did you do the thing? No, it's fine. Did it? Stupid camera. So I should probably stop talking with my hands. But yeah, the idea is like you can turn on and off easily different things. Programmatically, you can't really do it. I mean, I guess I could do it from the UI. That'd be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool. Maybe later. But then, yeah, it does this template. It says, you know, opponent 1, which in this case... was the centaur. and then it does the logic to say whether he's winning or losing. So it's generating a string that says a centaur winning in a fight against a unicorn. And for some reason, I don't know. Maybe I should just do, I'm gonna try this. A fight between a centaur and a unicorn. Maybe that'll work. So a centaur and a ghost. All right, cool. Tell me the centaur should be, okay, centaur. Centaur's doing pretty well. Show me. Beautiful. Very, very clear to see. Man, this stuff is hard. The prompt engineering, well, that's kind of cool. I don't know how. It's not very good, though. Unicorn could do an ogre and a werewolf. All right. So the ogre is going to win. Called it. Oh, shit! Hell yeah! Look at that. That's good. This is the best I've had. I mean, it's not great as far as, but it's good as far as capturing the thing.
So you can fill up at airport sinks and your hotel in Mexico. For every
Let's try this again.
A child in need receives a year of safe drinking water. Use code SPOT.
Also pretty bad. Gonna come out. Some of them are so stupid. Man, I'm like, and the thing that sucks about it is I know I'm gonna deploy this, right? Fuck yeah. I mean, that's not an ogre as much as it is a person, but that's pretty good. Let's do giant cyclops and shit. A werewolf and a king cobra. What's another good fight? If you come up with a fight, let me. Okay, yeah, tell me. Alien. All right. Yep. Overpowers the Yeti, obviously. I should be clear. All of the left sides seem to keep winning, but that's not that's just chance. Oh, this is dumb. Okay.
Because when you get the
cool.
products you love at great prices, it feels like winning. Shop now in store or online.
Feels like winning. Yeah. See, this is kind of something that's weird. Is it's taking the concept of a Yeti and like conflating it with the alien. Let's see, one more. Damn, I should have saved that that ogre and werewolf one. That one was good. So look at this. There's no Yeti in this. Yeah. You know what? Maybe I can do this. A fight between two adversaries. On the left is opponent 1. On the right is opponent 2. And then, I don't know, period, sure. Alright, let's try this. A griffin versus a lion, tiger, and bear. Oh my. I don't think that was a surprise. Griffins can fly, and they're kind of a combination of... Alright, that's not it. That's just 2 lions, bro. Hercules, a dragon, and an alien. Oh, so at one point in this app, I actually had instead of having just like random fighters to both sides, I had a random selection of pairs of fighters, and one of them was actually this setup. So kind of, dude, are you gonna keep picking the person on the left? No way. Sherlock Holmes and Hercule Poirot. That's pretty good. I guess that would be Poirot and that would be Sherlock. All right, man. And the thing is with this, I'm gonna blow so much money. Just it's just a silly thing. It's so dumb. It does keep picking the one on the left. That's kind of weird. And that's just silverback gorillas. No werewolf. It's not rigged. But you know what? Even if it did only pick the one on the left, it's still randomly generated. I guess that doesn't count. Anyway. All right. So what's some other cool stuff? Just, you know, because this stuff is fun, but it's not really that cool. You're just making an API call. I mean, it's not cool from a technical perspective. You're just making an API call. But it is streaming. That was interesting. I'm going to be doing a video series on this next. I've been working on the script. Do you watch any of my YouTube videos? Like the actual good? Not to say that streaming isn't good, but like the actual polished content or like the blog posts and stuff. Because this is going to the good content. the planned, structured content. Because this is fun, but that's the stuff where it's actually like organized and thought out, and that's going to be coming up. Like this whole thing, I'm going to be rebuilding essentially on that, and talk about this stuff and what is AI and LLMs and how to think about them. What is the challenge with prompt engineering, which is such a funny term. Definitely read the blog more. Good. The blog, I think I like writing. I think I do an all right job. Cool. So let me get to the cool stuff. I mean, Solid.js is kind of cool. There's some stuff that's kind of annoying about it, actually, that would not be found in Svelte. But I think the challenges are for performance reasons. And I'm not going to explain it any further than that. It's going to be super cryptic. But the cool stuff, I think part of the, like, one of the cool things is this dialogue component. No, you know what? Let me show off this SVG component because this is really cool. I'll do the dialogue also, but the SVG component, I think you've been on the stream a couple of times that I've walked through how I think about building out SVGs or SVG libraries. We've kind of done that together, and I settled on, you may have seen the tweet, but I settled on this, right? And this applies to any framework, is I think it's good to start with an object containing the definitions where you have sort of the ID. So yeah, essentially the ID, whatever is going to be the ID will go here, right? And then you have the definition, so just the symbol, there it is, the symbol of the thing. So then we have the icon spinner, we have icon dice. If I wanted, these are prefixed with icons because they are icons. They're like squares, which is relevant because as soon as you put something like a logo that's going to be rectangle, you may want to treat that differently. So we have special classes for anything that starts with icon, which we'll see in a moment. Then I've been getting pretty happy with how I'm doing the TypeScript definition. So here I have this SVG attributes thing, which is basically it's basically all of the attributes that can exist on an SVG. So I put that as one of the props, or the prop object, either in Solid or in React, or basically anything that's JSX. JSX is kind of funny because it's basically, you have, like in JSX, you can have, I don't know, right, component, right? And then anything that goes here, anything that goes on the component is a prop. But if you want to be able to pass through attributes, like HTML attributes, you basically have to define them as part of your props. So that's where the SVG attributes is. It basically allows me to provide autocomplete or IntelliSense for SVG related attributes to go onto the root of this component when you use it. In addition to those, I want to define my custom props, which include this alt, which is going to be a string because I want to treat images I want to treat icons responsibly and have some sort of alt. I'm inheriting the alt attribute naming convention, obviously, from images because it's going to behave the same way. And then, in addition, so this is it's not a union. What is it? When you basically combine the properties of both. This is an object, this is an object, and then when you use this ampersand, it kind of like merges the two. So then we're going to merge another object. Now this object is actually the union of these two objects. And the reason why this is done is because I want to add another prop called href, and I want to add another prop called icon. And these are going to be assigned to the value of anything that's in any of the values inside of this. No, sorry, any of the keys inside of this definitions object. So they're going to be either icon spinner or icon dice. And that applies to both href and icon. And the reason we do it this way is because when we define href, we say icon can never be used. And when we use icon, we want href to never be used. And that doesn't make sense necessarily right now, but where we use it, like here's one, right? Let me see if I can find a different one. There it is. So the reason why we do this is so that when I actually use this component, I get all of the attribute suggestions, like all of these things that can be on a SVG attribute. That comes from the SVG attributes type definition. But then we have things like well, we said, what was it, icon, right? And if I hit control space and get a suggestion, it's going to tell me all of the icons in my system that I can use, which is really nice. Or if I put something that isn't allowed, it's going to tell me, hey, that's not allowed. You have to use one of these guys, right? So I say, cool, let me do that. What was it? The dice, I think, right? So now that's pretty satisfied. This is still upset though, because it's saying, hey, property alt is missing. And that's because it's going to behave like an image where alt has to be defined. This is kind of a weird thing with Solid that you don't have to worry about too much, but we basically grab, yeah, it's fine. I'm not going to explain it. But we basically take the alt and we say, hey, alt we expect to be defined. And if it is defined, then we're going to put a span of visually hidden text in there. So like I had something like alt equals random, right? And that's going to put some text into the SVG so that it behaves nicely for screen readers. Although it also behaves like an alt text or an alt tag on an image. Like if you actually don't want to have text representation for this SVG icon, cool, just throw an empty alt tag on there. That's all good. Now there's one more thing. We can do icon or we can do href, right? Href is useful because basically the reason why we have icon or href is they both actually do the same thing. So they're both going to be used in this href attribute with, you know, the hash symbol, and then it's either going to use an href or it's going to use the icon. Now the reason we do both href and icon is because basically icon is just a convenience to say that this element is actually an icon. So we want to include the class of icon, and we want to include the class name for the I'm supposed to actually include this. This should be href. There we go. And I think that should just be href there. So we basically want to include the class of icon, if it's an icon, as well as the class name of, you know, icon spinner or whatever the thing is called. I should maybe, I don't know if I should do that actually, because with icon it's fine. I'm gonna leave that out. With icon it's fine, but then if I had like a thing called house or logo, then I would end up with a class name of house or logo. So that's fine. A little bit of ARIA things to think about. All right, messed that up, didn't I? What did I mess up? I don't think. Right. Right, so it's huge because it should be just a regular, it should be treated as just a regular SVG, which doesn't have any of the, like the classes that you would want for an icon. So a regular SVG should behave as just a plain SVG, which is what we have here because we use href instead of icon. Now with icon, it gets the nice classes for icon, and then icon dice if you want. So that's really nice. And then the third thing here is in the same file, I actually define a named export, which is another component that just handles the actual SVG library. And the only reason why this is nice is just because, I mean, you only really need this once at the root of the project. So like here, I import it here, I use it there. Doesn't have to do anything special. I think the only thing I would say that this should have, or the only thing that's kind of missing, I think, in this project is that I believe all of this would be generated in JavaScript. And ideally what you would want is to generate this only on the server side build and send it with the initial HTML probably. Oh, don't you? Did you do it? Are you doing the thing? God damn it. Freaking stupid thing. Come up. Up here. All right, now stop, please. I'm going to turn that off. That clearly needs to be turned off. But so ideally what you would do is inject this component only on the server side and then send that with the initial HTML and not include it in the JavaScript, because the way modern meta frameworks work is they'll send the server-side payload and then they'll download the JavaScript, and the JavaScript will essentially do the hydration step of rebuilding everything that's on the front end already. But SVG is not good to have inside of your JavaScript because it's extremely bloaty. Like SVGs are just big, and they don't actually include any logic. It's just markup, and that takes time to download and time to parse. So yeah, I haven't got that far. I think probably maybe you could do that with Astro and define this as like a client-side component and this is like a server-side component or something. But I'm not too worried about it now. Just something to consider. All right. So the other thing is this little dialogue guy. Dialogue element is interesting because you essentially have this dialogue, but the problem is you need JavaScript to open it, and then you can close it without JavaScript using a form. But I like to do things in a progressive enhanced way, which means I like to do things that don't rely on JavaScript. Unfortunately, you basically just cannot do that with dialogue, and that's fine. I also agree that doing everything entirely without JavaScript is not super reasonable all the time. So we're using JavaScript here, and I'm basically extending the API. Man, this is going to be hard to explain though, without clearly knowing what's wrong with just dialogue. Well, anyway, I guess some things to note is that best things to note is it just has a crappy API that I've improved upon, and that's it. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It was been a while. That's all right. Fine. We're going to move on. Today, what I would like to do is, deploy. Not necessarily even this project. I mean, this project would be great to deploy in the 1 hour that I'm going to be, hour and a half I'm going to be sticking around. Deploy this project, deploy a custom LLM. I think that's what I want to do. So I'm doing all of this like text generation using OpenAI, which makes it extremely easy to add AI completions or streaming or image generation to a project. I mean, there's a lot of hiccups. There's a lot of stuff that like I'm going to be digging in the series. But all things considered, compared to any of the other AI projects that I've launched, which are to this day 0, it was really nice. It made it really easy to get some AI stuff going, right? But the problem is, one, OpenAI is not actually really expensive, but it does cost money. And like, if my app blows up, which clearly it's going to, it could be like I could get like runaway bills, right? Not really know. That's fine because I actually put this on the company credit card and my boss said that's okay. So great. Sponsored by Akamai. Awesome. But that's not the only problem. So we deal with a lot of enterprise customers as well. And one of the problems with enterprise customers is one of the problems that enterprise customers deal with is very, very tight concerns around privacy and security of data. So if I am sending a bunch of the secret business sauce to make my AI app run awesomely, and I've spent tons of time working on this prompt, essentially sending an API request to OpenAI is giving them all of the secret sauce behind this like new world of AI prompt engineering, right? Not even to know what they're going to be doing with that data or how they're storing it. So what a lot of enterprise customers want is a black box, or not a black box, complete ownership around their data and application. So that means maybe deploying their own version of something like GitHub or GitLab or something like that. So that's where I am looking into these open source LLMs. Hugging Face seems to be the community, it's like the GitHub for AI ML projects. And it seems like this Falcon thing is the new paradigm in large language models. No, but it seems like super powerful and open source, and so I'm going to try and deploy this. But as far as I've looked, there's not anyone that says this is how you deploy something from Hugging Face to your server. So we're going to try and figure that out. Yeah. You know, unless you want to distract me with something else, because I could totally, I'm feeling very, very susceptible and ready to be distracted. So apparently this is all I need to do, right? Require PyTorch for use with transformers. Cool. I have no idea about Python, so this is going to be weird. Check out text generation inference. Read more on this blog post. I will need at least 16 gigabytes of memory to swiftly run inference. Running inference. Cool. So that's where we're coming here. We want 16 gigs of memory. Okay, let's start with that. Cool. It's only going to cost me $144 a month. No big deal. high memory. Okay, here we go. Let's go with the high memory one. And then that's only going to cost me $60 a month, but I can do it. I have way more memory than I need. Don't need as much storage, and that's okay. Solid pods. I still don't know how. We'll have to have a discussion about that, because it's like my data is stored somewhere else. I'm gonna go deployment high memory instances. Do this. Yeah, we need to get in VC funding or video chat. Probably video chat, video call, optionally that too, or VC funding. All right, venture capital. Cool. Let's do that. It's root password. We're just gonna smash a bunch of stuff. This is going to be Falcon test. Test. Oh wait, no, is that it? Temp. Austin. Cool. Using a stream around it. Discard. OBS. Oh, wait. Oh, so other people can talk to you? That's the idea? Twitch guest star. Yeah, that'd be cool. I use Restream too, and Restream, you could do it for just like a call. Like, I don't know if you've seen some of the podcasts that we record on here for the function call, me and Grant. That's just through Restream. And yeah, I think you can do that with the free account. It might have a little Restream logo, but that's all right on the free account or paid account. You love the calls. That's great. Yeah, we need to do another one. Grant has been going through some not so cool stuff, so we had to put it on hold for a while, but we're good, and we will likely do another one at some point. Yeah, those are fun because people try and distract us in the middle of what's supposed to be a podcast recording, and sometimes they do it. Okay. What do I want? SSH. I want you. Did I shut down? No. Okay. I think we can turn off that app for now. And we can SSH into there. I think, ooh, that's not up yet. No, it's fine. I like when people try because, I don't know, it's funny when sometimes, and I can edit the stuff out anyway. It's just no big deal. Okay, cool. It is up. We are in. Hello world. We're in here. Okay, so now I need to provision something like this. So this is what I'm going to start with, right? Oh yeah, I was on Compressed FM not too long ago. That was a fun one too. Yeah, I like that. It's cool because you feel, podcasts are funny because it feels like you're in the room with your friends as they're chatting about stuff. But I think being on there live removes that sort of obvious barrier. You're very clearly there. Okay, so we need to get in here, and do I have Nano? I do. Awesome. So let's go ls pwd. I'm in root. I guess root is fine. Okay, so we're gonna do nano on Falcon. No, we're gonna do nano on the thing .py. And we can paste that stuff in. save it. Cool. Let's try it one more time. Cool. We know it's there. Awesome. Now, those require PyTorch. Okay, cool. Great. Research recommendations. I started with model. Great. See, this is the weird thing, is they're just like, how do you use it? This is how you use it. And maybe this is like the Python thing, because everyone that uses Python is like, it's so easy. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a fun one. It got pretty good. We got into some stuff. Yeah, that was a good one. It was fun. But this is the thing with Python, everyone's like, yep. And also Python did the right way of importing stuff. This is from whatever, import the thing. We got it wrong. We got it backwards in JavaScript, and that's broken for the rest of our lives. Because import blank from package, wrong, bad, not good. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna try running it. Python 3 thing. Import no module named transformers. Okay, so I think Python install PyTorch. No module named transformers. Install transformers, okay. Install. Okay, run this command. That seems like a lot. Yeah, ESM. I'm glad it's here, but okay. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's this. We're on a brand new machine. We're gonna. Okay. Pip command not found. How about Python 3? No such file or directory. Cool. How about yeah. It's so frustrating. I know that there's only us two on the call right now, or on the stream right now, but there's something so intimidating about being very capable at one language and then totally naive about another. And you're like, I promise I'm good at this stuff. It doesn't matter. Okay. Man, not found. I have that feeling when you stream. Yeah, well. We all do. That's how it is. It's just part of the thing. Use Python mpip.
The star of Buena Vista Social Club, Eliades Ochoa, releases his brand new album, Guajiro.
Hey, dude.
Featuring guest appearances from Rubén Blades.
Okay, so I think it's going to be, because Python is not in the path, which Python developers, this is a problem. I'm only like moderately familiar with this because I've worked with Python people in the past. This needs to be figured out because this is garbage. And this is one of those things that when you get into Python development, you probably get past really quick and then you never think about it again because once it's set up, it's set up. But this is trash.
Check out my EP,
Python 3
which includes
pip
Mess Around
not
featuring
found.
Earth Game, Motor in the Sand, and Violence. Available to listen now, right here on Spotify.
Yeah, everything wants you to add it to your path, which is whoa. Using pip directly. Type
Check out Dua Lipa's
Pi
new song
and
Dance
Pip.
the Night from Barbie the
Pi
Album
and
now on
Pip.
Spotify and stream the full album on July 21st.
Python 3. Maybe I spelled it wrong? No? That ain't cool. This ain't cool. Okay, pip is not included in Python 3. This looks more promoting. So yeah, I've installed. Oh, sure, why not? Awesome. You know what? This is probably it. Sudo apt update. I have not done that on this brand new machine, and I bet that's something to do with it. Sudo apt upgrade. Let's try that. Yes, please. Cool. How about pip install your booty? Pip is still not found. Let me get back in to that session, and let's say Python 3 and pip. No, I suck. I suck because computers don't understand me. Let's try this. Possible that this will work now. There it is. So now we have pip 3, which is great. And we did that so that we can actually start. So before we actually try our work, we have to install the packages. But before we install our packages, we have to install a package manager. But before we install a package manager, we have to actually upgrade the dependencies on the project, on the server or the machine. And none of that was explained by anyone. But it will be by me in my videos, in my courses. So pip 3, do I have it? Looks like I do. Great. Pip 3 install. What was it? Transformers? Setup tools? Rust. I'm gonna go straight for transformers. Awesome. Pip 3 install. There you go. All right. I could have just read a little bit further. Okay. How's the music volume, by the way? It feels pretty good on my end, but I always can never tell. Python 3. Let's go. None of PyTorch, TensorFlow, or Flax have been found. Won't be available on only tokenizer. Use would be nice if you would just tell me. Okay, import torch. Cool. Let's go. Pip 3 install torch. You working on anything today? Are we co-working or what? Man, I'm working hard over here. Woo. Working up a sweat. This 64 gigabyte gigabyte gigabytes or megabytes? Gigabytes RAM? I don't know. I need to just go and be a farmer. Now you need to be but been taking breaks. Good for you. Ooh, RSS social share project. Say more. Are you still going? Yes. Yes, you were. Just a way to share fuseless using solid pods, of course. Interesting. So, okay, so I remember something about Solid that was kind of cool, that you can basically allow people access to your data or take it away at some point. And I'm not sure how I feel about that, because that was something that was really big in the Web3 crypto space, which in theory is kind of cool. But I think the problem is, what's the problem? The problem is you give your data to an app, and then it's not like they're gonna ask for your data every time. Like, you might just give your data to an app the first time you log in, or the first time you, like, quote unquote create an account with them, and then they'll probably store that information. If not, they should. They could maybe ping you every time for the information, as long as you're giving it. I think so. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is, I think that the pods or the authorized request of information approach is great in theory, but bad in practice, because you're either going to or I think most people think that the request for data is going to be every time that they need to use the data, they're going to request that data from you. But in fact, if I'm a web developer, like, I'm only going to make that request once, get your data, and then store it. And then the problem with this is, what happens if you change your data? I end up with stale data, right? Which is a problem, but whose responsibility is that? Is it, I don't know. User have to give permission to use it. You have to revoke it as a user. Right, so you as a user can give me your data on day one, right? And then you can revoke that access to that data on day 2. But once you've already given me the data, I have access to it. Like, I have access to store it, right? So that's problem number 1, is just because you can revoke data doesn't mean you can prevent someone from holding on to the data that they've already received, which is, I think, how it's sort of advertised is you can revoke that data at any point, and then the third party doesn't maintain access to it. But once you've given it, they can put it wherever they want. They can keep a copy of it, right? Let's see. Yeah, the idea would be that you as dev company would not want to spend the time, money to have duplicate data. Right, so you wouldn't want to spend the time, money to have duplicate data, but then you get into some weird scenario with, and maybe this is solved by the solid pods, but if I need to query data from disparate sources all of the time, every time the application boots up, because I need to request you for your data and your friend for your friend's data, and, you know, all of these things, I don't know how efficient that would be. And I think ultimately, for any application that reaches some level of sophistication, there's going to be some caching layers. Like, you just kind of start to introduce caching more and more as performance becomes necessary. So whether it's entirely deliberate that you want to store people's data even after it's been revoked, or whether it's sort of a symptom of trying to improve performance, I don't know, man. Having disparate sources of data is not attractive to me as a developer, and having control of my data and being able to revoke access to it is attractive to me as a consumer, but also I don't think it's actually accurate to what it doesn't prevent someone from storing that data. You kind of been thinking about that too, like storing it in Redis. Yeah, so I'm not sure. And then the big point here is what is the problem that Solid Pods are trying to solve, you know? And if it's like access to data control, that is a protocol level, I'll be on. Yeah. If it's like complete control over the data that you're managing, then I don't think that it's actually as true. Like, I think you're basically stuck in a situation where it's either not true because people are going to grab your data the first time, which is the same as creating an account and requiring that data, right? So they're either going to get your data up front and then store it without telling you, or they're going to ask for your information every time that they need it, and it's just going to slow down the user experience. So that's my thoughts on Solid Pods. Haven't used them. Have not used them. So my mind could be changed. There's some information that I could be missing. Let's get to deploying this sucker. Or let's get to running this sucker. All right, Python, run the thing, please. All right, so it's downloading the things, and then a new version of Flowing Files was downloaded. Hugging Face, cool. We got this Falcon. The Falcon has landed. All right, and then we get into the part that's way over my head of already having to debug Python code, which I'm not familiar with. So, import error. This modeling file requires the following packages that were not found. Look at me. I'm already debugging Python. Look at this. Like a pro. Like a pro. The truth is, it probably kind of is like a pro. I mean, to some degree, right? About as accurate as my JavaScript debugging. Using low CPU manually is true or device map require. Okay, cool. Hey, you know what? Next problem. Let's fucking do it. Boom. Problem solved. Ah, yeah, boy. This is Python, baby. Here we go. We're downloading shards. We're sharding it up in here. All right, but B1, if you want me to talk about Solid Pods, you got to sell me on it. I mean, nah, that's kind of a stupid way to put it. That makes it seem like you don't have to prove anything to me. But if you do want to sell me on Solid Pods, then we got to talk a little bit more about it, because right now I'm not sold. All right, this is what Python development looks like. Working hard or hardly working. Making the computers do the work. Call me Harry Potter, because I'm talking Python. Cool. Could not load module this with any of the following classes. Shoot. I just got knocked off my high horse. Because you do have a healthy skepticism. Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it healthy, actually. It's sort of like, I like to play devil's advocate, but sometimes, man, it's just too much. Sometimes you just worry too much about all the things that can go wrong that you just don't even make any progress. See, I'm doing it again. I'm a little bit too skeptical of that comment. Cool. Dude, I'm going to go check out this Star Wars burlesque show later this year. It's called The Empire Strips Back. which doesn't sound as good. It looks better with written because it looks like strikes. But anyway, yeah, it should be fun. I'm excited. I've never been to a burlesque show. Cannot load model 2A with any of the following classes. All right, fine. We're going to do what any expert, professional, worth their weight in gold Python developer is going to do and Google it. Same issue. Somebody comment that you need to have PyTorch installed. How do I install PyTorch? Use the following. All right. Pre-trained BERT. Okay, how about let's see, pip install PyTorch. I know I installed Torch. Okay, installation, pip. Python either above pip will have already been installed for you. Oh, that's right. Anaconda, that was a thing. No kata with kata verification. Great. Cool. How about some command line stuff? I just copy and paste. That'd be great.
Easy access to savings every day. Shop weekly sales
Choco.
and get personalized coupons to get the most value out of every trip every time, whether you shop in-store or online. Download the Fred Meyer app now to save big.
How to install a new
Fred Meyer,
PyTorch?
fresh
Perfect.
for everyone.
Here we
Must have a
go.
digital account to redeem offers. Restrictions may apply. See site
Mictor
details.
CD Python. No, that's right. Virtual environment I've not set up yet. That's okay though. Okay, I've already done this part. I don't think I've done this part. Not sure I need to do that part. So, this is where I raise my hand and hope that a Python developer comes along. All right, pip 3, I think we got. Pip, we're good. PyTorch.
With quality top-tier gas for less at Arca.
Language Python. Package pip.
You can find the
Your
highest
OS.
quality
Linux.
products at
Oh,
a
look at
great price
it's right here. Look at
every
that.
aisle, every day with Kroger. So you can stock up on
already
your
did some of
household
this.
favorites that are
What about this? What
tried,
about this? What about
tested,
this?
and loved by you. Because
Okay.
when you get the products
I
you
don't
love
know
at
what
great prices, it feels
Kata
like winning.
Kuda
Shop
is.
now, in-store, or
But
online.
sure, let's
Fred
go.
Meyer,
Let's go.
fresh for everyone.
Let's go. No usable temporary directory found. I'm en route. Okay. Make dir / tmp. File exists. Okay. Okay. I find that the best thing to do when a command doesn't work is to just try running it again. That confirms. All right, let's try this. Okay, how about what if it's because I already have Torch installed? Okay, what if it's what if we leave out that second one? Okay. What if we look at the old pip things that we've installed? And we run the exact same thing that worked earlier, and it doesn't work. Awesome. Okay, what if we exit out of the machine and come back in? No, of course not. What is that command or what is going on here? Okay, file do no usable temporary directory. That's a weird one. Cool. This, okay. This kind of error occurs in 2 cases. Permission, open by root, space, check space. Oh no, is it going to be a space issue? Am I running out of space? That would not be good. Oh no, oh no. No, that's not good. Okay. Don't use this machine. Great, good to know. Exit. Awesome. Well, at least I was able to figure that out, right? Now, can I resize? That's my current plan. We're gonna double it down because I only had 20 gigabytes. Automatically scaled. Auto resize disk. All right, we're gonna try this. I'm gonna try it. So I don't know what that means. I think this is gonna be shut down. Yep, automatically powered off, migrated, and restored to its previous state. Great. In the meantime, that's gonna take a little while, I think. Oh no, yeah, there it goes, resizing. Okay. In the meantime, I will be right back. I shouldn't do that, actually. I will be right back, and why is my screen all... Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. BRB. Okay, let's see. Is this thing? It's still offline. All right, I need to see when it's going to come back on. we go. Same IP address. Let's find out. Oh, it is. Cool. Still has my thing. That's great. Do we still have pip 3 installed? Yes, we do. Awesome. Do we still have... Oh, look at that. It still even remembers all of the commands. That's cool. So where do we leave off? I think we needed to install these guys. Here we go. Cannot install packages due to an environment error. No space left on device. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that makes sense. We're going to, nope. What is it? Yeah, home, Austin, SSH, known hosts. I don't know. No. You guys can't even see what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, like, it should be the known hosts, right? The ones, if I want to remove... How do I remove host computers? How do I know which one's which? I mean, I guess I can just... Yeah, I can do this. I can, I'm just gonna delete my known hosts file. That's fine. Okay, cool. Now we should be able to SSH in. It should ask us, yes, okay, cool. Pip 3 is still installed. It still remembers all of these things. If we install everything, annoying. All right, we're gonna do this kind of the roundabout long way then. I'm actually going to create a different instance, and I'm going to tear this one down. Yep. Nope. Delete you. Thank you. And then you. Sure, let's go Fremont. Let's go high memory. Number 2. 120 bucks a month as opposed to 144 because we need that 16 gigabytes, but that has way more storage. We could maybe do this unshared, and we would have 96, but I'm not going to do that. GPUs that are not available in this selected region. By Atlanta, Newark, Singapore, and oh shoot, $1,000 a month for 32 gigs of RAM and 600. Yeah, that's fine. We'll stick with this one. We're gonna call this Falcon test. Add tags and Austin and temp. Root password. I don't even need to know it because we're gonna hit that guy. And what's else? Okay, says it's running. Cool. Let's copy you. And Wes, yes. Shoot, I'm gonna do this whole freaking rigmarole again. App was it? Install pip 3. Blah blah blah. App install Python 3 pip. Sudo apt install Python 3 pip. Oh, okay. That's right. Sudo apt update. Thank you. That one gets me every time. That's a silly thing. You would think when you spin up a new machine, it would just update, or it would be up to date, or like part of the spinning up process would like sudo apt update. Now I need to do all of those other things that I didn't. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna do this again, right? Here, in theory, we're gonna be getting started. Nano test.py. Paste that, save it. Python 3 /test.py. It's gonna tell me something. No modules name transfer. Pip 3 install transformers. And then it's gonna ask me for PyTorch at some point. Man, I can't believe Python. With Python, I blew through, with all of these things I'm installing, I blew through 20 gigabytes of storage.
To get the most value out of every trip, every time, whether you shop in-store
Not that
or
it
online. Download the Fred
necessarily
Meyer app now
well,
to
it does
save
kind of
big.
matter
Fred
because
Meyer,
you like
fresh for everyone. Must
you
have a
pay
digital
for
account to
disk
review
space,
offers.
right?
Restrictions may apply. See site for
I don't know.
details.
Choose from a great selection of digital coupons and use them up to 5 times in one transaction.
What
Check
is
our app
this?
for
What is
details.
this?
Fred
What is
Meyer,
this
fresh for
advertisement?
everyone.
I'm not supposed to have advertisements. What the heck? Get out of here with that. I'm taking my business elsewhere to a different music provider. Bam. And I'm going to grab some water while this is downloading. All right, let's see where we're at. Yeah, 20 gigs of dependencies is a lot, but I don't know. Okay, now this is gonna complain about something else missing, I think. Yeah, let's go. We're back on the gravy train, and this should be pip 3. Cool. Let's go back to being super Python hackers. More of a Python hack, but you know. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm fast. Look how fast I am. Doop. Yeah, look at this. 9 gigabytes right here. Just in this one. I guess, look. Oh, yeah, look. You see that? Let me see if I can point it in the right. Yeah, 9 gigabytes. No wonder. There's another 4 gigs right there. Look at that. Whew. I'm going to blow through 48 gigabytes. So I think a lot of this does make sense because this is part of the large language model stuff. Well, I don't know if that's what I'm downloading right now. Maybe, but dang. Yeah, 10 gigs. Just right there. 15 gigs. Kind of. More like 14, but... I mean, you know, if this is the most exciting stream you've been on all day, I won't be surprised. Here we go, 50% done. Took 1 minute and 3 seconds. Okay, do for open end generation. Okay, here we go. Pip install transformers. The model RW for casual LM is not supported for text generation. That's fine. I think it's a lot of LLMs right there. Was there no requirements.txt with this? I don't know. Like, it would be in here, right? I don't know what I'm doing, man. I didn't even clone this. I just started from scratch, and we'll see. Yeah, package.json. Yeah, maybe. But again, I'm just going off this. Like, I literally just copied this and added it with Nano. I'm not even... text generation inference. All right, well... I don't know what to do. Oh, I guess I could maybe clone this. This does not have a requirements thing. It has a cargo.
Hey.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And this is still doing something. Warning me about setting pad tokens. All right, safe to say we've got that done. Pretty safe to say we don't need this, although image classifier, that's cool. It's a cute dog. It's a Pembroke Welsh Corgi. Awesome, but how do I actually get this to work? Yeah, something nice happened on the stream for once. We got a doggo. How to get started with the model. Is this all I need to get started with the model? We're going to do text generation for something called Giraffetron. Please work. Maybe I should just go back to working on this thing. Although this thing's pretty good. Like, just kind of done. I need to deploy it. Okay, we're gonna cancel this, and yeah, okay, there you go. Something. All right, let's try that one more time. I'm gonna try the same thing, just one more time. Okay. Same place we got last time. Use the following command. Okay. I think we'll do this. Just because it might work, so maybe. All right, now should get similar but different results. So far, this is the same. Good. That's going a lot faster. We didn't get that last error, but we did still get this thing. User warning, you have modified the pre-trained model configuration to control generation. This is a deprecated strategy to control generation will be removed soon. Please use the generation configuration file. Okay. I mean, I kind of took this from, well, I guess I took this from a different project. Okay. And so the thing that I don't really understand about this is auto tokenizer, auto model for casual LM. So we got a tokenizer. We tokenize. Ah, this is the model that we pull, which is just a string, and it's doing the auto tokenizer from the pre-trained model that we want to target, creating a tokenizer. That gives us the model. That's the tokenizer. I don't know what this stuff is. All right, that should be good. That should run. That should fly. It looks good to me. It's got my seal of approval. But we're stuck here. It feels like maybe I have a different version of transformers than what they would normally use. And it looks like transformers... Ooh, how does this work? It's so hard when you get into this sort of scenario and you're like, I don't know if I'm supposed to if it just takes a while and I'm supposed to just let it chill for a bit and I'm supposed to be cool, or if it's throwing up its hands in the air and just kind of like stopped caring about what I'm trying to do with my life. Or what's up. Do the thing. Now I'm tempted to just play around with this for a while. Why not? Yeah, we can maybe see if we can fix this. All right, let's go with a chupacabra and a vampire. They're both bloodsuckers, but one sucks the blood of sheep, and the other one sucks the blood out of Hollywood. That's how you spell chupacabra? Yeah. Is chupacabra a proper noun? And also, what the hell is this? Hello? Oh, duh, it's not running. Adoy. Adoy. No. Adoy. Maybe I should do something to fix that. Alright, so let's do chupacabra and a griffin, a vampire and a basilisk, a griffin and a dragon. I like this one. Man, it's sticking to the left, isn't it? I swear I've seen some win on the right, but... Oh, what happened there? Make that image for me, baby. 2 dragons. 2 really poorly done dragons. Alright. I don't think that really worked. No, we need need to go back to this guy. This didn't really work all that well. Okay, a fight between on the left and opponent 2 on the right. Let's try that. The right. And then let's figure out why the hell this is so heavily leaning towards the left. A battle of... Okay. Battle between opponent 1 and opponent 2. Why is that a question mark? Who would win in a fight between opponent 1 and opponent 2? Provide a creative and detailed explanation why they would win and what tactics they would employ. Format the response as reason 1. Okay, let's try this. Giant Cyclops, Ninja, and Yeti. Oh, Ninja and Yeti. That was a good one, actually. Cerberus and a Griffin. Raccoon with a knife and Sherlock Holmes. Let's do it. Sherlock? A Sherlock Holmes. There you go. It's on the right side. I don't agree, but that's not for me to decide. I mean, the image is still not doing what I want it to do, but it's pretty cool to have some raccoons with a knife. The image generation is just not working. If I... Okay, how about opponent 1 on the left and opponent 2 on... Okay, let's see. Opponent 1 and opponent 2 stuck in a battle to the death. Then we'll join on the modifiers. Let's not even say stuck. We'll just say in a battle to the death. Okay. Unicorn and samurai. Oh, that would be kind of cool. Angry mongoose. So this one I did and actually came out with a really good photo. So I'm going to do a different one. Ogre and werewolf. I think this is the one that also came out really good. And last time the ogre won as well. So I think this is... AI is pretty heavy on the ogre. They're pretty bearish. No, they're pretty bullish on ogres. This one's lame. That's more like a werewolf and a chupacabra, or a werebear and a chupacabra. Zeus, a knight and a ninja. Oh, ninja, all right. See, another right side winner. Maybe that little change actually did change something. Oh, hell yeah. That's clearly the knight, right? And that's clearly the ninja. Maybe. I don't know. Hard to tell. Still pretty crap, but kind of cool. Just gonna go keep throwing money away at this thing. It's not very good. I feel like I had something set up with these things I had configured correctly to do a pretty good fight, actually. Angry mongoose and a unicorn. Although the unicorn would be able to use its magical powers, it would not be able to win against an angry mongoose. At best, it could escape its wrath, but it would not be able to fight back, as the mongoose strikes with the speed of a cobra and can hold its own against a larger opponent with its powerful jaws and sharp claws. Love it. Show me an angry mongoose. Show me an angry mongoose. Not interested in seeing the unicorn. Want to see the mongoose. Oh, that's still kind of an amalgamation of mongoose and unicorn, but that's a pretty badass. That's pretty cool. It looks like a death unicorn and its little magical companion. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, it's cool. Once again, it's like a magical mongoose against a death unicorn. A Viking and a hippopotamus. The hippopotamus would 100% win. There is no way a Viking could beat a hippopotamus, I'm just gonna say. Yeah! Viking versus hippo! Let's go! Damn, that's pretty good. It's not very realistic looking, but this is almost even better, because if it tries to look too real and then it just comes up all blotchy, yeah. Love it. Yeti and a basilisk. A goblin and a pirate. The funny thing is they're all good. They're all good matches, you know? Pirate, alright. I like that. Pirate, probably. Not my favorite. This looks more like everyone loses. Once again, not really great. That's okay. It's fun. They're interesting and wacky. All right, let's get back. I spent enough time on that. This should have done something, and it didn't. So I'm going to assume that it just kind of crapped out. Looks like when we close it, it does have some sort of error that starts here. Pipeline. It does not like sequences in pipeline. Error at the bottom, maybe? File forward, keyboard interrupt. Keyboard interrupt. Okay, you know what? I wonder if it was actually working. And I mean, this is going to be dumb because I have to start over from scratch anyway, again. But I wonder if maybe it's just so slow. Maybe I have a pretty freaking beefy machine going on it. Who knows? Who knows? We're going to try this one more time. And I don't know. Let's see. Component 1. React.js versus Vue.js. Let's see. I mean, obviously. And then this is going to be an interesting one. Are we going to get some logos? It's just really dumb. Sure, why not? All right, well. Well, I think that's going to be it for me today because I can't get this. I can't even tell if this is running or not. But I don't know. But I'm gonna call it. That's it, because the music also stopped somehow for some reason. Put that back on just in time for me to say that I'm taking off. And I'll see if I can get this. Yeah, I'll see. I mean, at the very least, worst case scenario, I won't deploy an open source LLM, and that's. You know what? Let me actually try one other one. So yeah, Falcon, that's cool. Let's go with private LLM. I saw something like this. Private LLM, sure. Nah. Interact privately with your documents. That is not what I want. Private GPT, that's what it was. No, that's also the same thing. Okay, let's do open LLM. I know that was one. Okay, I've got it here somewhere. Copy both these. Okay, here we go. This is the things that I was looking at earlier. Lots of cool LLMs. Great, very fine. What are the ones that I've seen? Dolly might be it. Let's check out Dolly and Bloom. I think I've seen both of these ones. Oh, and there should be like a llama thing too. Maybe not. Okay. Let's go down here. Local AI. Maybe this was it. Safe Open AI. Okay. This is actually described as something that would work way better for what I'm looking to do anyway. So let's try this one. Okay, we go to our machine. Sorry, not interested in waiting any longer. We're gonna git clone that, git not command. Sudo apt install git. Thank you. Hey, have a good one, Brant. Glad you were here. Local AI. Okay. Copy your model.bin into models. Okay, where do I get models? Models. Also, the first time keeps model loaded in memory. Cool. Does it have any pre-built models? No, it does not. Cool. Okay. Recommendations, information. How do I download it? Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I think I'm gonna get a little bit more information behind these. Is this is files and versions. Databricks. All right, let's maybe try this one. Let's try this. Sure. That's not what I wanted. We need to copy, right? Let's close that. Nano test.py. Probably didn't need to do all this. Could have been faster. That's okay. And then Python 3 test.py. Let's see. Instruct pipeline. Cool. pip3 install instruct pipeline. Cannot find a version. Cool. Cool. Very cool that this isn't working. Okay, let's try this. Copy that. And then pip3. How about that, boy? Pew pew. Pew pew pew. Okay. All packages installs behaviors of that, which is incompatible. Huh. Yeah. Oh, I have no idea. Okay, I'm calling it. This is dumb. Everyone go back to raising cattle and I don't know, growing grass. All right, that's gonna be the end of the stream. Calling it. I'm not good at my job. Not good at what this. Not good at this life. All right, well. Sometimes you deploy something and sometimes you don't. That's all right.